left my pen. I can't see it. I thought these young men, especially these seniors, went out in style. One of the things we talked about was leaving a legacy. And we talked about that starting this week when we were coming back home. We said that we hadn't played well our last couple of outings at home, and we wanted to get back because no one comes in our house and take anything out of it. And we said we got to get back to who we are, and we had to send a message. That was another thing we talked about. But the biggest thing I talked with the seniors about is that people are fickle. They're only going to remember the ending. They won't remember all the other things you did and what the success you've had in the past. So I said, let's create a legacy with you guys, because you guys have won a lot of games here, a lot of games. And when you win a lot, when you do that well, there should be something positive said about you at the end of all this thing. And they went out and played hard. For the last 2 days, they did a great job.
Questions for the student athletes?
For all three of you guys, what will you remember most about playing here at Cleveland State?
For me, practice. First thing on my head is practice. But man, we going day in, day out with a strong mindset. But I love these guys, man. They go day in, day out. We playing hard, and I love that. Man. I love going hard for Coach Waters.
Yeah, for me, I just love this program alone. It taught me a lot. I came a long way. I'm glad I came to Cleveland State. Coach Waters is a great coach, and he's a father figure to us. That's most important. He teaches about, life itself. That's hard to come by. Other coaches don't do that. They care about basketball the most, and that's what he taught us, and that's why we're going to be successful when we leave here.
And also, in academics, it's a real big thing, Coach, and he showed me a lot in my life, and came a long way, and I want to give this guy a lot of honor. And I love this guy like a father, man.
For me, I remember the staff the most. They stuck with me when nobody else would stick with me. My teammates, we preach we would go in there and fight for each other each and every day, and I think that's what we done did for these 4 years. I want to thank the coaches for maturing me as a man, getting me ready for the real world. And I think this is just a great program to attend, and I'm glad I attended Cleveland State.
Tre, do you feel like this team is now situated physically, psychologically, situationally where it needs to be for the tournament?
Yeah, I think so, body-wise, because Coach prepared us, in the beginning of the season for this. I feel like we the best, we the most team that's in shape. We didn't play hard in the summer. We did so much things that prepare us for this moment right now. And I think, the freshmen continue to lift us and help us. We're going to go a long way. And these core guys right here next to me, if they keep doing what they're doing, we're going to have a lot of success.
How pleased are you guys to get a game that you had to have? There have been a lot of games here the last couple of years that you had to have that kind of slipped away. And this was one where, after last night with Valparaiso winning, presented you the opportunity to get second place or whatever. How pleasing is it to get the one that, one of these that you really wanted?
It's big because, this lead is kind of shaky. You never know what's gonna happen. And unfortunately, things worked in our hands. So we gotta take advantage of that. We can't look over no teams. We gotta take one game at a time. Take care of business every night. So if we do that, we should be all right.
J-Mo, whether it's Valparaiso, Butler, Detroit, whoever, Youngstown, a lot of teams can catch fire up there and reach that semifinal game. I mean, at this point of the season, do you guys feel that you can beat anybody anywhere?
No matter who we playing. We going in that game just like we going in the rest of these games. Going in with defensive mindset and shutting down, because we know if we do that on the defensive side, always going to come. And I feel like we got our swagger back, and it's going to be fun with this run.
Okay.
And, we have, this is senior night, and you guys were a big part of that team, Aaron. I think that was the last year that you had to sit, right, when they went up to Butler and won and went to the yeah. But you guys, so, does it feel similar at all? The way the team's going in the tournament? That year you had to win 4, of course, but this year just 2. Do you feel similar, as confident as you did that year?
I feel more confident, to be honest with you. We're in a good position right now, the position we wanted to leave. And like I said, we're going to go back to the drawing board, we're going to get better, and we're going to get ready for next week so we can get this thing going.
Jeremy, you started tough shooting nights recently. You started with a 3, ended with a 3.
Coach told me before the game, he said, you're a good shooter. Why haven't you been shooting the ball real good? And I'm just telling Coach, you right. Just, he been believing in me, and my guys believing in me. They telling me do in, day out in practice. So tonight I just went out with the full of confidence. Everything I put up, I knew it was going in. So it fell in for me, and it felt good for my teammates.
Tre, when you guys went through losing 5 in a row and everything else, the team has been this good for several years. How do you get out of that, and what was everybody kind of dealing with mentally?
Just staying poised. We can't get down on ourselves, because if you do that, you can trick this whole season over. We was going back to the drawing board. Coach kept coming up with solutions for us. He never got down on us. He never stopped believing in us. And if we got a great coaching staff behind us, we can go forward. No matter how many games you lose. So we just gonna keep, playing hard, Cleveland State basketball, and playing defense, which is our identity. And, hopefully that can take us a long way.
Was the move to the Mo a fashion statement for the game tonight? Was it for aerodynamic purposes? It's hard to miss.
Nah, yeah, it's just a new hairstyle, something that the ladies like. I'm the ladies man.
Anything else for the student?
I don't think they can top that.
Cleveland State, go Vikings.
Gary, you were picked to finish third. Think back to late October. They said you were going to, the preseason said you were going to finish third, and you finished second. I mean, is it overview? Is it about what you thought it would be? Better? Are you really pleased?
Do you mean before or during?
Before, during, and after. I want the before.
Before,
during.
it's good. During, it's not even close. We were the best team in this league until the injuries hit us, and it took us a while just to regroup. And we were playing very, very good basketball. And I hate to see, because what people only remember is 5 losses. That's all they remember. And of those 5 losses, we could have won easily 3 of them. And if we win those, we're still fighting for the championship with a chance to win it all. But, sometimes there are reasons that things happen. And this may have happened so we can, win a championship. Our goal is to win a championship. That was our goal from the onset, that we want to win a championship. And if everybody understands what the purpose is and work toward it. See, I thought even during that 5-game losing streak, there was so many things going on. You had a guy hurt. You had guys that were struggling shooting, and seeing what was happening is that our mind was so lost in the offensive side of the game. Because remember, that game against Valpo was a nightmare. Anybody shoot that bad, I mean, you really feel bad about basketball. And we were terrible that night. And I think it got to them mentally. And then it started the first half against Butler. Then they finally got a little feel, but they really weren't there yet. And so we were hitting and missing. So when you do that, you forget about defense. Your mind is always focusing every day on offense. And then it got who we are and what we do got away from us. Because of those last 3 games, each team scored, let me see, we played Drexel, and we played Green Bay and Milwaukee. All 3 scored high numbers. That's not us. We were one of the lowest scoring teams in the country. But we were so worried about offense. So, and now, we put a stronger emphasis saying, let's go back to who we are. Let's concentrate only on defense and let the offense come when it's there.
How about your 2 senior guards today? 20 points for Tre, 17 for Jeremy. They shot very well, both from all over the floor. I mean, what have those 2 guys meant to you and to the program?
Well, what are they? Over 92, 93 wins? I mean, think about it. It's not many players in the country can boast that. And they're the reasons why we're here. The positive thing with both is that their freshman year, they had a chance to experience a team that went to the NCAA and won a championship. So they came in seeing what it took to be successful. the big thing about this and what they're really working toward is they want to win the championship on their own. They don't want people to say Norris Cole did it. They don't want to say people say this. They want to say that we led a team to a championship. And they're talking primarily about leadership. They want to let everyone know, hey, we led this team to a championship. So they're going to go at it pretty hard.
How big, I'll ask you, same as the players, how big was it to get one that you had to get? One that was, I'm talking about the Butlers and the Milwaukees, and you've had games here where, hey, if we win this one, we win the championship. If we win this one, we're in great shape. And you've had a lot of those opportunities.
It just happened. It just last year we had it a couple times, and this year once. I mean, I really don't get caught up into that because if you think about them two, you got to think about the years before when we did win. So I mean, I got to think. Just hey, sometimes those things happen, and but I'm telling you, when this team hit that lull, they were the best team in the Midwest. They were playing that good of basketball, and I'd have been in it just too long not to be able to identify that. I mean, they were shooting it, they were passing it, they were defending it, and they were playing unselfishly. You get all those things going together, it's hard to beat a team like that.